Good morning, mindful travelers. This is day 6 of our confidence challenge. If you weren't with me earlier this morning, I dropped a reel right before my 5K and I said hello in the dark. Now you can see the sun's coming up saying hello, and it's about 21 minutes later, and I wanted to come have a quick discussion with you about audience. So day 1, we talked about starting your YouTube account and starting your channel. Day 2, I encouraged you to start thinking about what it is that you love to do. What inspires you, what can you talk about. So right now, if you figure that out over the past couple days, we're 4 days later, now's the time to talk about audience. Okay, audience, that is who you serve. So what is all this content that we're building for? So when you're thinking about audience, you have various things you want to consider. So you have this whole big world, right, of people. All right, so within that world you have everyone. Do you want to reach everyone? Of course the answer is yes. I mean, I would love to be able to talk to every single person in the world and my message reach every one of them. But that's unlikely, to say the least. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll be a massive sensation and millions of people will see me. But I don't know. What you need to do from the beginning is called niche down, okay? So you have this big old world. You want to think about what it is that you love to do. So let's use me for example. So I love travel and I love education, right? Okay, so I'm thinking about, I want to help people learn while they're traveling. And then I'm like, there's so many people. That means I'm still talking about everyone in the world. Then I realized, I have a family. I go on family travel, family trips all the time. I was like, that's something I'm used to. That's something I know from experience. So that makes me a little more unique. I have the ability to travel, the will to, and I have that family dynamic. So that takes this whole world and shrinks it down, right? But now you got all these families from all walks of life that do the same thing. So that's still pretty big, right? So I'm going down even further because something we do that's different is we homeschool Sarah. So that takes this chunk of traveling families down to something even smaller. Okay? So now I have a narrow group that I'm focusing my message toward. And that's what I started my channel with my road schooling videos, if you go check that out. Those were from May when we did a road trip to Disney World. So that is my audience. And the reason I picked that is because it's something I love to talk about, something I'm comfortable with, and something that, I think I can provide content of value for those types of groups. Okay, so that is what I want you to try and do. Try and figure out what your audience actually is, and then tomorrow we can move on and expand a little further. All right, don't forget to travel mindfully.